And this year's Christmas Spectacular is going to be extra special because the Rockettes are celebrating 100 years.
All right, and in honor of the big occasion, we dig into the Fox 5 archives to bring you this piece we did back in 1994 on the history of the Rockettes.
It was 1925, 7 years prior to the opening of Radio City Music Hall, that the Rockettes first started kicking. And since their debut, they've become one of the most celebrated precision dance teams in the world.
Certainly one of the biggest elements that people come to see are the Rockettes. They're a major icon for the show, and their famous dance number, Parade of the Wooden Soldiers, which has been in the show in one form or another since 1933. And Russell Market created that to the original creator behind the Rockettes.
His vision was to have a line of American beauties with long legs, taller, and he was given an opportunity to start this line in St. Louis.
Originally billed as the Missouri Rockets, they toured to New York and were spotted by Roxy Rothafel.
We were originally the Roxyettes because it was a Roxy Theater, but then they built the music hall, and we just went en masse. The ballet came over, the singing choral came over, and the Rockettes went over.
Then a visit to the Radio City Music Hall, the world's largest indoor theater, where the Rockettes dance with unbelievable precision and accuracy.
At Radio City Music Hall, the Roxyettes became the Rockettes and found their home at last.
You could live inside the walls of the music hall and never have to go out. I mean, everything was there. We had a hospital, we had a cafeteria, we had a dorm. You could stay in the dorm, which a lot of the girls from New Jersey and out of town did.
With Radio City as their home away from home, the Rockettes were able to perform, as they still do, in multiple shows a day.
We did 4 shows a day, 5 shows a day, 6 shows a day, whatever the picture warranted. With the audiences that were lined up outside, that's the number of shows we would be doing. And it was a bit strenuous.
We worked 7 days a week for 4 or 5, 6 weeks before we had a day off.
It's really very difficult. And especially to do almost 200 shows in 2 months, you have to keep that precision up. And it's a lot of stamina.
But it takes more than stamina to be a Rockette.
Can you believe how great she was? Wasn't she great, Alan? My sister was great.
Incredibly great, but how could you tell which one she was?
Alan, you know my sister. She was the tall, beautiful one with the long legs.
She's a Rockette. They're all tall and beautiful and have long legs.
With height requirements that almost guarantee long legs in perfect proportions, the Rockettes' trademarks are their famous eye-high kicks and their illusion of visual unity. How was that illusion achieved?
On our first day in, we'll all be lined up according to height, tallest girls in the center and the shorter girls on the end, and that will be our lineup spot for the show.
And the requirements don't stop there.
The thing I love to take credit is I was the first person to have the Rockettes to sing. Sammy Kahn, who came in, I wrote a lot of original music with Sammy. We wrote a number for the Rockettes called Alike. And it was a very, very wonderful number. They loved doing it because they'd never had a voice. Now the Rockettes to this day, they sing.
In 1971, Russell Market retired from the music hall. His immeasurable contributions are remembered to this day.
He was just a wonderful, special person. I mean, everyone felt that way about him. Unfortunately, he's passed away since then. But we all miss him, and we feel fortunate also that Violet Holmes, who I worked with at the theater, is the present-day choreographer of the Rockettes, and she has carried on his legacy.
And the legacy that Russell Market began in 1925 lives on in the hopes and dreams of the current Rockettes.
Well, I was fortunate enough to do 2 other shows on the Radio City Music Hall stage before I became a Rockette, and I remember the first time I walked out there to see what it was going to be like, my stomach literally dropped. It is bigger than I ever imagined it would be. I felt as if I was in another girl's spot 20, maybe 30 years ago, and I was hoping and praying that I was giving out that same performance level that she was. I was scared to death. But as soon as I got right out on that stage and I felt the lights and I could see the people in the audience, and knowing that there's almost 6,000 people sitting there watching me perform was the most amazing thing.
Yeah, it's amazing, and now they've got speakers on all their shoes,
they got a new sound
too.
system. I'm so excited to finally bring my 5-year-old daughter to that. She's old enough to appreciate it. She's going to love it, yeah.
It's amazing.